So you finally decided to start reading a book. You sit down in a comfortable chair, a hot drink by your side, and you start reading. But you can't even get past the first page. You immediately feel bored and anxious, and you quickly come to the conclusion that reading just isn't for me. We've all been there. But I'm here to tell you the real reason you don't like to read, a reason you might have never have considered before. It's social media. Now before you start calling me a boomer and saying
social media is evil,
just give me a chance to explain. Social media platforms have become an integral part of our daily lives. We're always on these apps, in our break times, while eating, even in social gatherings, and even on the toilet. But what makes these apps so addicting? Whenever we open these apps, we get this giant surge of dopamine released in our brains, which makes us feel really good. And it's in our human nature to always want to go to the sources which release the most amount of dopamine. However, due to our excessive use of social media, we have become desensitized to the true effect of dopamine. Take this for example. You open TikTok and you watch a video. This video will have captions for you to read, music for you to listen, a video for you to watch, maybe even more than one video, like in a reaction video for example, and many other different types of stimulus. All these sources of stimulus overload your brain and senses so much that you won't even be able to decide on which thing to focus on. In psychology, they call this decision fatigue. But you won't just watch one video. You'll watch many videos for hours and hours, constantly making small decisions on what to focus on. Imagine what this does to your brain. It makes you tired and exhausted, and most likely with a headache. And when you're away from these apps, you're in a constant state of hunger for entertainment, hunger for stimulus. And that's why people nowadays get really bored really quickly. Now I bet you're thinking, how does any of this link to reading books? Well, you see, when reading books, you don't get the same amount of stimulus. You're just reading words. You also have to be very patient when reading books, because you can only get the same dopamine hit that you get from social media if you read through long paragraphs and long pages. You have to put in some effort, which is something we're not used to, since we just open social media apps, expect to get dopamine, and we do get dopamine. It's a positive feedback cycle that is negatively affecting our lives. The fix to this issue is actually very simple. Just start reading and leave your phone. Ask yourself next time before you pick up your phone, do I really need to use the phone? You'll be surprised to find out that 9 times out of 10, you'll find out the answer is actually no. And when you do say no, just pick up a book and start reading. I've linked down in the description an app called OneSec, which whenever you open a social media app, a pop-up screen will show up asking you if you really need to use the app at this time. Both links for Android and iOS are in the description. This process takes patience and a lot of effort, but I promise you the rewards and benefits are worth the suffering. Hope you found this video beneficial. And if you did find it beneficial, consider sharing it with somebody who might find it beneficial just as you have found it. Thank you for watching, and remember, with hardship comes ease.